We're looking for highlighted cells. Hit F9. Hit F9. What's going on here? We're doing a count. We're counting highlighted and not highlighted in totals. Pretty creative. How do you do it? Well, we're going to use count and if and ISNUMBER and match in the first example. Then, not highlighted, we're going to use count and if and ISNUMBER and match. This is a good ride here. This one's a little bit of work. Make you think a little bit. Let's move forward and see what we can do. Brad Williams, Excel primed. More conditional formatting. Okay. This is not going to be, well, we're going to throw I'm going to throw some stuff at you. There's nothing new here. It's just coordinating the output. What do I mean by coordinating the output? Well, we're going to stick to the same thing. We've got COUNTIF, and then we're going to have to confirm some stuff here, ISNUMBER and match, and then we have this COUNTIF and maybe an easier approach. We're going to look for the total number of highlighted, not highlighted in the total. Here's our anatomy. Nothing new here, but this is probably something that you didn't think about. This other, not highlighted, that's kind of simple, straightforward. Let's take a look here. Over here, if you need it, read it. Well, let's just read it because I said earlier we're going to use a count if. I meant count and if, and then ISNUMBER match. That's a mouthful, isn't it? You can utilize a list formula based on the if, match, and ISNUMBER function to exclude or require specific values when filtering data in a list formula. So why aren't we using filter? Because we're using count and if and ISNUMBER. We could probably throw in a filter function here, but why? Maybe you don't like filter. Maybe filter doesn't like you. Anyway, here we go. Count, if, ISNUMBER, match, miss. Well, okay. Name ranges, miss, 623, B5 to D11. Our list, looking for F5 to F7, right here. Hit F9. Look at that. Isn't that magical? Huh? F9, F9, F. No, it's not. It's ridiculous. I don't like this stuff, period. Look, I'm a small operation. You may be working for one of those Fortune 500s, and the manager is a doofus and says, I like colors, or he or she or whomever, whatever. No, actually, colors are helpful. Why? Because we're always in a hurry, and if you have to do a quick presentation, you're just going to point out to the key points, and the key points are colored. Did I get my point across? The name ranges. I just pointed out the name ranges. This is a list formula that requires the use of Control-Shift-Enter on your older versions of Excel. Talking points, the match function compares each value in the named range, miss 623, to the values in the looking for. All right, match this to this. If we match, thumbs up. Otherwise, moving on. ISNUMBER converts matched values to true and unmatched to false. The if uses the list output in number 2 to filter values, excluding filtered value. The final list looks like this. If there's a match, well, we got a thumbs up. Otherwise, no. So this is probably going to be number 3, and it's going, yep. Otherwise, no. The formula in cell H5 has been adjusted to exclude 1 minus number. Why would we go 1 minus ISNUMBER? We want to see not highlighted. 1 minus ISNUMBER. When you sit down to pencil this one out, where do you start? We have a range. That's a good starting point. We have another list here. And you're just going to have to think through this. Okay, I want to match this to this throughout this entire list. You have to confirm using ISNUMBER. Why? Because match is only going to give us the rows. It's going to give us the identity, and then ISNUMBER. You know, and I've pounded this time and time again, if this is text, ISNUMBER, put a big X through it. It won't work. You're going to have to use another approach. You can start putting text in here, and you're going to go, this thing doesn't work. You're going to have to use, and I'm not going to give you any hints here. I want you to think through this. If this was all text, how would you do the same approach using text? It just says if is number, then we're going to highlight that. Okay, this is essentially going to go into the conditional format. Okay, let's take a look. If, look here, look at match. Remember match? We have a lookup value. Here's our lookup value, which is going to be this list here. Then our lookup array. This is standard stuff. Our match type, exact. What does it look like? Let's take a look. You can't click on, you can highlight it, but don't click it. F9, it's going to show a 6. It's not what I'm trying to dissect here. It's just looking for, let's see, trying to get no, and grab the parentheses. 1, 2, and hit F9, nada. Not very helpful. Go here. It's going to give us a 6, I know that. 9. That's what I was looking for. What do we have here? Well, ISNUMBER is converting this over, but NA 5 doesn't match what? 5 isn't 7, 5 isn't 3, 5 is not 8. So NA. We go to this next one, and I think we're going across. Here's the break. Remember how we're reading this thing? Look, we have comma, comma, semicolon. So we're going left to right. We can see NA, 3, NA. Then we go down here to the next row, 8 to 5, so on and so forth. We get 3, 2, 2, 3. And what does that mean? Be sure to check out our extensive courses, which include Excel data and text manipulation for advanced users, beginners, intermediate. We also have this great essentials, the A to Z for advanced users, the comprehensive beginner level 1 and 2. Then we have our advanced formulas, strictly formulas, great set of courses, which we have a beginner level 1 and beginner level 2, this intermediate level, and we have this advanced level. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. This output here represents the placement of the number. 3 represents 8. 2 represents 3, and 1 represents 7. Match will find and identify and say this is number 1, this is number 2, and number 3. Okay, just wanted to make sure that you understood this. And then ISNUMBER is going to identify and just say, okay, match those accordingly. The if statement just says if true, pass that over to count. And then if not, just go back to miss 623, and basically it's just going to circle, it's just going to keep circling around. It is true, and then the if statement just says, all right, count, do your thing. It just comes up with 6. So there's not a count if. This is an old approach. We could use the count if, but why not just mix it up a little bit? Not highlighted? Well, we're just going to go opposite. We're going to say 1 minus ISNUMBER. What's the result? F9 is 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then we're just going to count all that. If this, then miss 623. Go back up here if you want to. Value, F9. And you're going to see false 8, false, 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 3, 3, 3, 8, 7, 7, 7. You got it? I hope so. Now here, well, clearly we're just going to add A plus B and come up with this 21. Why did I include this? Because we have all kinds of different combinations, and this is just this is just hard grunt work. There's no brilliance here. It's just, sometimes you're just going to have to use brute force, and this could be a brute force type output. And in terms of conditional formatting, go up here, make sure we're somewhere within the list, go to conditional formatting, and because I already have a rule in there, here's the output. Okay. Edit rules, we went cell equal to F7. And then we went back, cancel this, cell equals F6, cell is equal to F5. You're going, what? Well, yeah, that's all we're looking for. This, the count and if, we're just counting. But if we want We want to dazzle this thing up a little. Well, conditional formatting is, we're not using any rules. We're just grabbing close, so conditional formatting. We're just going to use one of these things. We're going to go, well, greater than or less than or equal to. And if we manage these rules, all we said is this cell is equal to this. Yes or no? See you soon. Brad Williams, XL Prime.